What is up, peeps? So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but some of the sights in all the Vanguard weapons actually say they give you a little bit of recoil help. As you guys can see here, the 2.5, mostly it is the sights that have a little higher magnification. We got another one here, recoil control, and accuracy. So today we're going to be testing to see if they actually do help you in recoil control. So we're going to be testing like the iron sights. We're going to be testing the slate refractor. Obviously, we're not going to be going into each and every one of them. I went into Vanguard, and according to their stats, all the ones that have the recoil control, no matter the scope, they actually help about the same. So we're going to be testing a couple different ones and seeing if that is true. So let's jump right into this video. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the weapon that we're going to be using is going to be the SCG, not only because it's one of the most used ARs right now in the game, but it does have vertical recoil and horizontal bounce. Now, none of these guns will have any other attachments except the sight. So we got a pure SCG right here. So we're going to go 10 meters right here and always start. I guess this one all has that little line on the top. So we're going to start on that little line on the top. Let's go ahead and blast off 10 meters out. There we go. We're going to move a little bit to the right and then do that second test so we can get 2 tests on both of them. Got a little bit of the tubes there, but that shouldn't be that much of an issue. Now let's move, and we are still 10 meters out. Now let's go ahead and get the one with the slate reflector. Let's take a look at this one. It reduces any recoil. And by the looks of it, is exactly the same, I think. And again, this one doesn't have any recoil or anything like that. This one does not have any recoil control. So that's why there shouldn't be any differences with the recoil control, and there isn't. Now let's test the 2.5, which does state that has recoil control. All right, we're back, and we're going to make sure that we are 10 meters away. And this one, again, this one does supposedly have the recoil control. And it doesn't seem like that on the first one. Maybe just a little tad bit. We're going to go ahead with the second one. Again, we are doing these kind of close. So remember, the further you are away, the more recoil. So again, it does seem to have just a little bit less. And again, remember, these numbers, when I saw in Vanguard, it was like 4%. So it shouldn't be that significant. So maybe it seems like it does. We're going to now test with a sniper scope to see if there is different, because there's one that's a sniper scope. This one, like the 10 times telescopic, I think I like this one. The 7 times is a little bit better. It does have recoil control and accuracy. So let's go ahead and test this one out. All right, now we got the telescopic sight, and we're going to make sure that we are 10 meters away from that and go ahead and blast off. Now, this one moves significantly more, so I'm just going to make sure that we are right in the middle and then go ahead and fire off. And I think just the visual recoil is definitely a lot more significant on this one than the other one. Like, this is crazy. But by the looks of it, it actually seems that now it has even less than the 2.5. Just by a little bit. So as you guys can see, this one already disappeared, but this one compared to this one definitely does have a little bit less of vertical recoil compared to that one. The lines seem to be, the straightest one was definitely the 2.5x. That one seemed to have the straightest line. These ones still are a little bit squiggly. Now let's try maybe with the highest powered scope and see if that makes a difference, because it seems that it has. So the one we're going to be testing is actually the night vision one, which is this one right here, the MK12 night vision, because in some of the other ones, the night vision just always seems to be a little bit better, in my opinion. So again, just making sure we are 10 meters apart from over here. And ooh, this one's nice and clean, and it actually doesn't move that much. So let's go ahead and blast away. And seemed to start off good, but then it kind of went a little bit off balance. Like, the initial one is definitely a little bit less from what I feel. Let's go ahead and compare it. So I think it's about the same to the regular 7 times scope, but definitely a little bit less. Maybe like if we just move to the right, we can see just a little tad bit, but definitely as far as this goes, I would still say the 2.5 is maybe the best one. The 7 times will give you a little bit less vertical recoil from what it seems, but the lines are definitely still a little bit more squiggly. So 2.5 definitely going to be a little bit straighter. But yeah, I guess that does prove it, because again, according to Vanguard, these stats are minimal, right? I mean, it says recoil control, but it's about a 5% help, right? So these stats do seem to translate into Warzone, whereas the slate reflector and iron sights will have worse recoil control compared to the high-powered optics. But before we do finish this video, I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's these scopes that have double optics in it, and one of them being this one right here, that if you go all the way here to the bottom, you got this one called the M38 Slate 2.5 Custom. So it's got a 2.5 scope, and it does have a slate reflector on the top. I just feel that the slate reflector has less recoil than your average slate reflector, so we're just going to double check that right now. Again, we're going to be going into a little bit further away. Let's just do a 15-meter test here just for the shits and giggles here, and let's go ahead and aim just a little bit higher and go ahead and blast it off. This one does seem significantly higher. Just I don't know why the other slit reflector just seems like it doesn't have any recoil. And again, we're going to be doing just our second test right over here, and now we're going to switch it up. So now we got the slit reflector. Let's go ahead and use this one. And again, it should be the same exact optic, and let's go ahead and test it out. And I believe it does. Yes, I believe it does. I don't know why. It just seems like it's further zoomed out. I don't know, because like, I mean, yeah, I shot my first shot over here, so that's why it seemed a little bit less, but the recoil is pretty much the same. Again, we're just going to do the final test just so you guys can see. I took a couple of shots at the beginning by accident, and there we go. Like, if we take a look at both of these, I don't know, it does seem like it's zoomed out way more. So the visual recoil on this one, it's like if you didn't have the affected FOV. So if you guys can see here, I'm gonna aim, and until I don't see, as you guys can see on the sides there, so there I can't see any of the sky basically. Now if we go ahead and aim with this one, as you guys can see, that's significant. Like, this is a significant increase in FOV, and that's something pretty interesting that I just actually realized right now from noting this. This one actually does, I mean, look at this. The FOV is significantly higher on this one. It's kind of like if you had the unaffected FOV, and I might make a video specifically on this one. But ladies and gentlemen, that's just the tip of the iceberg on that one. I'm going to be doing a little bit more tests on that one. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one.